Oh yeah? And then what happened? Oh yeah? Y'all done laying on me? Allie's been cuddling me here on the floor because I am so tired. So as soon as I come lay on the floor, she usually comes over and tackles me. Don't you? You gonna get me? Yeah? Come on. You get me? Come here, tackle me. Here we go. Oh, slow tackle. It's more like a just stand on me. Not even a tackle even. Here you go. Lay backwards. Whee! There we go. So we have not been feeling good today as a family. I am super tired because I was up till 5 this morning trying to get my website fixed for video creators. I updated some stuff, broke a bunch of stuff. So it took me a couple hours to fix it. So I was not intending to do, but I had to get it working because like part of my income comes through my website through selling stuff there. Which I want to update you guys a little bit. You know how we make our money and stuff. I want to give you guys more details about that. But Zeke also, he's not feeling good either, are you, little guy? Right now he's just busy on the iPad. Are you feeling okay? He's been sleeping most of the day, and when he's not sleeping, he's just on the couch. He's just super out of it, and I am too, and I just hope we're not all going to get sick. Because VidCon's next week, and Dana and I, well, Dana can't get sick anyway just because she's pregnant. I do not want to get sick for VidCon. I mean, you already get sick enough when you come back, you know? What do you got there, House? You got your brother's blanket. Diaper girl, you want to sit on my lap? Yeah? There you go. Hey, what are you doing? There we go. All right. Oh, you want the blanket? You want us to sit together with the blanket? Like that? With Zeke's blanket? There. Is that nice and cozy? Yeah, you like the cuddle? I like cuddles. Love you, baby. So how do we make our money on YouTube? Well, as I said in our last vlog, I have been full-time on YouTube for a year now, but I just want to clarify that when I mean full-time on YouTube, that does not mean that we make all of our money through Adsense. And I could talk more about that, but I think, actually we'll talk more about that. I'll give you guys a couple stories after I take care of this right here. See, Hallie, can you go give that back to Zekers, please? Give that to Zeke. That's for Zeke. No, that's not for you. Give it to Zeke. Yep, give it back to him. Thank you, Hallie. That's the little guys. So, I make my income from several different places, but let me give you guys a couple stories first that will lead up to why I don't think you should ever just base your entire business model on AdSense, and then I'll tell you guys what I'm doing that lets us live full time off of like only a couple thousand subscribers. Basically, when I was in grad school, Facebook had just become a thing, and they started this little thing on Facebook. Maybe you've heard of them. At the time, they're called Facebook apps, and they're brand new. And I was like, you know what? I want to start like some residual income here. So what I did is I developed an app that I wanted for my own blog and website that automatically takes new posts from an RSS feed or from someone's blog and automatically posts them to someone's home feed or to their channel, or not to their channel, I'm talking YouTube lingo, to their Facebook profile. What are you doing, girl? I'm trying to talk. Oh, there you go. Off you go. And so I built it and I started selling them because other people wanted them too, and I was making decent money off of it. It was going pretty well, but the problem is that every time Facebook updated something with their markup language, my little app would break. And it was super annoying because I would have to stop whatever I was doing to go figure out what the update was. Why did my app break? And I'd have to spend a lot of time fixing it. It's kind of like I had to do with my website last night. And I had to do it quickly because I had clients who were paying hundreds of dollars for access to this app, and so I had to fix it very quickly. Well, I got to the point where I eventually just shut it down because it was ridiculous trying to keep up with all the changes that Facebook was making at the time, and trying to develop on top of that for me was just a nightmare. So I shut that down, and I told myself that I would never develop my own business model that was dependent on someone else's business. And so fast forward a couple years, then 2005, I registered timschmoyer.com. It was available. I was bored one night, so I got it, threw up WordPress, started blogging. Long story short, from 2010 to 2000, oh, I go good days, 2010, 2011, I think, it became my full-time job, and I supported us and our family just off of that website. It was not timschmoyer.com anymore, but it's a different one. But it became highly trafficked, very popular. I published a couple books off of it. I did the whole speaking, writing, consulting, being an expert thought leader in a faith-based youth and family work niche, and so that was awesome. But I learned another lesson from that is right when I launched off onto that blog as my full-time income off of that website, that is the same week that Google decided to update their algorithm, and my website traffic dropped in half. Hi, baby. Mwah. Which means that all the advertising revenue that I was getting also dropped in half. And long story short, I contacted Google, and they said, hey, we didn't see anything on your site that would have affected how it's ranking in search. Your site should be fine. And I'm like, well, obviously it's not. Look at the statistics and analytics. What are you doing, girl? You want to play? You're so stinking cute. I love you, Hallie. I love you. So my website traffic dropped in half, and there was nothing I could do about it. Oh, she's so sweet, isn't she? Oh, I love you, baby. And again, I realized, like, hey, Tim, don't build your business off of someone else's business, because things happen outside your control, and then your business kind of dissipates. Now, fortunately, I was still okay because my revenue model didn't just depend on advertising revenue, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. I learned that lesson through my website. Now, and I'm here on YouTube and doing this stuff full time. I learned that AdSense revenue should be like the icing on the cake. It shouldn't be something you depend on, because I know I have plenty of friends in the YouTube world who do make full-time livings off of AdSense revenue, and their income can fluctuate or drop due to like no control of their own. You know, nothing that they do determines like how much they're going to make or not make. It just depends on like what advertisers are paying, what Google's doing, and I've had friends, you know, who their income literally dropped in half overnight and just stayed there just due to some random bugs in the system, and sometimes it comes back, sometimes it doesn't. Like, it's just too much. It's just a fickle system that I don't want to depend, but my family's resources, you know, I don't want to stake it on that. So instead, the way I make my money is by a couple different things. Yes, there's the AdSense revenue. Uh-oh, you got your hand stuck in there? There you go, got it? Okay, come here. There's the AdSense revenue, but that's just like a pretty small part of it. I mean, it's not an insignificant amount. Like, we definitely use it and take it gladly. Oops, you knock your head. You pretty girl. But we would never be able to live off of just the AdSense revenue. So AdSense revenue is some of it. Also, I have some product sales. You know, like I have some ebooks that I sell, and that is some of our income. So a lot of our income comes from me just consulting with other creators, brands, marketers, family vloggers, everything. And then I get random like big gigs that come in through like different brands or major companies, you know, that big national companies you probably heard of, and they come in. They usually pay pretty well. You know, a lot of Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies even that I'll work with, just kind of auditing their YouTube channels, or sometimes they have an issue they just want to work through, or their channel's fine but they need audience development help, and so that'll be like an ongoing type of thing that I'll do with them, and that's really where the bulk of our income comes from, or those types of things. So unfortunately, none of those things are like completely predictable. I'm trying to move towards more towards like products like that I sell through video creators. So anyway, I could get into a lot more of like where this is all going, where how I kind of envision it in my mind, but that could be another story for another time. A lot of you guys who are like vloggers, or you're YouTubers and you're creators, and you're just doing YouTube hoping that you will live 100% off of AdSense, I would encourage you to think bigger than that and come up with like a business model or some sort of structure of another way that you can make money from the audience besides just just AdSense, you know. So definitely take advantage of AdSense, but I would encourage you to think bigger than that. And by doing so, one, you'll be able to go full-time on YouTube much sooner than you would otherwise. Two, you will have a more stable and predictable income when you are full-time on it. Three, you won't have all your eggs in one basket. You know, I get a little nervous when you put all my financial resources in like one spot. And I know that's terrible for investing. A lot of us know that, and we would never do that. But we do that when it comes to our income. We put all of our income, like if we're employed, you know, by an employer, like sometimes like all of our income eggs are in like that one basket, you know. So diversifying among many different revenue streams can mitigate a lot of risk also. And four, you have more control over how much money you make and how much revenue you get and where it comes from. So a lot of reasons why I think you should do that. If you guys have questions, you can comment below. I will do my best to answer as many of them as I can. But just want to let you guys know that's kind of where how we make our money right now and how we are full-time on YouTube. And I get to hang out with cute people like this all day, right? You're so cute. I love you, baby. And I get to sit right there. I've been working on renewing my YouTube certification. That is quite a piece to work through, by the way. It's all really good stuff, but it is a lot of content. You got to remember and to learn and then to pass on an exam and stuff. So it's a little more difficult than you might think. And one thing I have learned for sure is that when you become self-employed and work for yourself, like you think like, oh, I have this certain skill, I'll just be able to do that, like, and make money from that. When you're self-employed, you need many more skills than whatever skill it is that you're going to be selling and making money off of. Like all the marketing skills, let go of the ball, you'll get it. Or not, just force it, that works too. But all the marketing skills, all the business skills, all the you know, business models and audience development and just like website design and everything, like accounting, you gotta know how taxes work. Like it's just a lot, you know. So anyway, what I'll do, if any of you guys are thinking about going full-time on YouTube or in your own business, none of my degrees are in business. My degrees are in youth and family work and in theology. So I have no like formal education in business, but I do read, I'm usually through Audible, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I crank through as many business books as I can to learn that way, and it's been really helpful for me. So what I'll do is I'll put down in the description below this video, I'll put a link that has like all the, if you're thinking about getting started, I'll put the books down there that were most helpful for me in getting started in business and learning how to think about these types of things and how to develop business strategies. And they're all like really super helpful, especially for you guys who are going to be like business stuff on YouTube, whether it's through your YouTube channel or something else. Super helpful books. They've all been really valuable for me, so I'll put all those down there below if you are looking for some books just to get started and how you start thinking, approaching YouTube as a business and all that type of stuff. So anyway, hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. I can't believe it's been 1 year, guys, since finished at Epifio and launched out on my own doing this YouTube stuff full time. And thank you guys all so much for all your amazing support and enabling me to live at home with my family all day, every day. Let our family do this stuff together. It's been awesome just to be home. Do you like it when I'm home or not really?
I do. I feel like I'm taking advantage of it now though.
I don't mind. It's good just to be with the family, and I really do appreciate everything that you guys let us enable us to just be together as a family all the time.